Okay, so this week we're back up in the rolling hills of Lincolnshire at Peter Currant Bunn's house. Behind me is a Cummins swapped Daimler limousine, and this week we're going to be looking at all of the work Peter has done to get ready for our European road trip happening in September, and also we're going to get it on the Dyno. Okay, so a lot of Peter's work has been under the hood, shall we say. Now, if you remember in the last episode... Oh, the hood strap. Yeah, that's good. That one's not going to snap, is it? Where did you get that one from?
DK Max.
Stylish. So, if you remember, what was it? Many months ago now, we put on our massive 12mm P-pump from Friday Parts. And what happened after that? The clutch
was slipping a little bit, wasn't it?
It was quite bad, wasn't it?
The uprated clutch we fitted because we weren't going to go above 300 brake horsepower, right?
Yes. Yeah, not good. So we put tractor pulling injectors in it, which is just normal injectors with the ends cut off. Not so great. And we went inside the top of the fuel housing and took out all the bits that stops the pump from just making all the fuel. So we then had loads of thick grey smoke out the exhaust, lots of fuel, lots of fun, but clutch slip. So what we've done is we've been on to power-driven diesel in America. They've sent us some proper injector tips and a proper fuel plate to go in it. So it has tuned it down a bit, but hopefully it will survive the trip now. What else have you done in here, Pete?
Lights.
Lights. Oh, they work now?
They work now.
Well, they worked before, didn't they? Because it was a legal car.
Yeah, I mean, but they broke immediately after the last trip, didn't they?
Got ya. Yeah.
I've fixed those since then.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's only been traded about from then, hasn't it? That's not standard, that air horn.
No.
You can generally follow my wiring around because if you look here,
yeah,
away it goes.
Ah, yes. So what is your job? Is it automotive wiring?
Automation.
Yeah, which is not
Robots.
automotive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You'll see a lot of industrial grade components on this vehicle now.
packaging machinery.
Yeah.
Parts. that's new.
Ah, yeah. So you put fan shroud on, haven't you?
Fan shroud on.
So we've now got. What do we have before we had? I'm gonna say we had 2 fans, but we didn't really, did we? We had
2 Chinese fans.
Yeah, that one broke immediately. So we now have hopefully 2 working fans, which is quite cool, and a proper shroud, which is good.
Horns, they're new.
Yeah.
So they're the MOT horns because the old MOT horns failed.
Yeah, well, we've just put new ones on, haven't we?
Because the old ones failed immediately after the trip.
I got you.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, just straight. I suppose how that stuff happened.
Keep on down this side. Washer works.
Well, that obviously, did that also break?
I mean, it's amazing what did break immediately after the trip last time. Like,
Yeah.
It was a lot. The pipes that perished immediately after the last trip.
Yeah.
Heaters.
Yeah. So
From China.
So we didn't have heaters last time, and where we're going this time is quite cold. So what do we have? 2 heater matrices.
Yeah, so there's one there, one under the driver's seat.
Okay.
So one for Demas.
Yeah. Power steering still not.
Not steering by power now.
No, we're going to fix that.
Battery. That obviously, the mountings and everything fell off that, didn't they? Off the.
Oh, immediately when we got back. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, like wacky races almost, some would say.
It is very strange.
So that's now fixed.
Yeah.
And not arcing out of the bonnet.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I snapped the D.
Yeah, well, you're going to fix that, though, aren't you? Are you going to fix that?
Well, I'm looking for a new one.
Oh, so if anyone has a big D off a Daimler, then get in touch. Because, we did have a strap. Immediately after the last trip, all the bonnet latches went missing. So we had a ratchet strap from the D down to the front bumper, and that has eventually broken the D.
Yeah.
There's a lot of colours going on in here, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I did just use up whatever plastic was in the printer at one point. The dashboard.
Yeah.
Designed that, 3D printed it, flocked it.
That is...
I gave that a damn good flocking.
Yeah. Flocked the hell out of it.
Yeah. I imagine we can't, for YouTube standards, mention what's in there, but...
No.
They've got these tins full of sweets.
Sweet. I mean, what have we got? Working gauges.
Fuel gauge.
That's nice. That's
And
handy.
non-working... Well, it does work.
It just doesn't tell the truth.
No.
No.
Very Chinese,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Works, but won't tell the truth.
Boost gauge?
Yes. And you've printed another little thing to go... Did that say something on it?
It did. It didn't print out and I just sanded it off.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No,
all the indicators and stuff now work because they obviously broke immediately after the
well,
last trip, didn't they? They all...
Some people wouldn't believe this, but it's amazing that it did actually happen. Like.
Yeah, yeah. So we've now got a what do you call that? A steering column tunnel? I don't know.
Dashboard.
Would you? Would you call that a dashboard? Yeah. Not that I'm not saying.
It sounds very much like yours.
That sounds like I know what that sounds like, but
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying.
It sounds like you're not happy with it.
Yeah. Oh, we have a way to switch it off. So if you remember, our stop solenoid failed, and the P pump has a different stop solenoid anyway. So we now have a pull to stop, which cannot fail.
No, not like the Chinese solenoid that I also bought, and then immediately found out doesn't fit.
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. So this is really what happened is the car got sent to Peter to well, not sent to Peter. Peter half owns the car, so Peter took the car away to do some preparations for our trip, which we will get into in a minute. Now, we had some reliability issues last time, so we really needed to do a lot of mechanical work. Unfortunately, that's not all been done, but what has been done is, phenomenal. This is the Alps,
It's
yeah.
not hard to believe with the mountains in Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
That's here. We have an espresso in our hand, I imagine.
Yeah.
Just about finishing it, and we go. Wish you could start the car to be warming up.
Yeah.
Fair away, isn't it?
It is a long way away. Nice.
Brake still needs looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Steering doesn't work.
Yeah. Air horn.
What else have you got on there?
Oh, it's a normal horn.
Have you got lights on it?
Oh yeah, lights.
Hunty. Oh yeah.
You know when it's night time and you don't want to wake everyone up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still some welding to do underneath as well.
Oh good. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you can't turn it off like that.
No, I expect it wants a few bushes and stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh, there's no safety on that either, so if you leave it in gear.
Yeah. You might kill a small crowd of children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That works.
Straight off.
Oh, have you noticed in the front of the bonnet? Your fuel filter is. I just didn't like that.
Yeah.
I made a bracket for it.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted something with a good grip. So
Yeah,
really,
something you can really hold on to.
when you unscrew it, because I wanted something that you could just still replace the filters inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've made that nice little holder for it.
Yeah.
Like you say, you've got some nice kind of good gripping points on it, a bit bigger there, so you've got a bit of extra leverage to really screw it down.
Now, where did you take the inspiration for this from?
Uh,
Oh my god, it looks like there's a bit of murder in the back here. It's not looking good in the back of here, is it? You know, the Queen had one of these. Don't think she'd go in this one. Well, she might now.
But I mean, it's all cut ready to go for you, Scott. Like.
Yeah, and whose house did you steal this from?
Oh, I was actually free.
Oh,
A carpet shop. Went to a carpet shop in Brigg.
yeah, and they just asked you to
Probably
leave.
shout out.
Yeah,
Can't remember what it was called.
the carpet shop
But
in
one
Brigg.
of the carpet shops in Brigg
Yeah,
gave me that for free. So
good.
thank you,
Yeah.
Brigg Carpet Shop.
Okay, let's whip over to MJB Sports Cars, I think, and dyno this turd. Oh yeah. Okay, so successful dyno session. She made somewhere between 280 and 230 horsepower. Now, bit of a trouble getting the dyno set up because these diesels make a lot of torque over a small power band, and unless your dyno's set up for doing diesels all the time, it can be a bit tricky. So we think we're somewhere around the 250 horsepower range. Plenty for what we need. We've got it set up nice and smoke-free, nice and safe, because we have a rather long trip ahead of us. So last year we went to Munich in Bavaria, which is in fact in Europe. Now this year we're going a little bit further. So we're heading to Norway this year, again with a group of mates. There's a few less of us this time because we've got a few more miles to cover. We did just over 2,000 last year. This year we're going to be doing nearly that, just one way. So the trip will be scrapped to Scandinavia. Obviously, before the car goes, we've got a little bit of work to do. We are going the beginning of September, so just over a month now, and hopefully we have a bit of a less stressful trip this time because we have done a few more preparations. Right, so I'm now back in God's country, and remarkably, the limousine has followed me down. The workshop's feeling like a vast empty expanse without the Scamlin here, and what we're going to do is get the old girl up on the ramp and see if we can have a look at what's going underneath. What's going on underneath? Now, not had this car up on the ramp since we finished the build about a year ago, and since before our big road trip to Europe. So let's have a look, see what's going on underneath, see what parts we need. I'm going to guess, having been around this car for a bit, the main thing we're going to need is welding wire and filler. Okay, well, she's up in the air. Let's take a quick look underneath. So these wheels are going to have to be painted, aren't they? We're going to have to paint these. Nice bit of black on there would be good. Sump is looking great. Yeah. That's really nice. Not quite sure what to do about that, but definitely something needs doing about that. Bit of JB weld, maybe. What's that been rubbing on? That's weird. Not a clue. Power steering. Definitely need to fix the power steering. Now, we actually went and spoke to a Jag specialist and asked what we could do about this, because it's quite a common thing to put these electronic power steering pumps on old Jags. And he said, don't bother with power steering. Just fill it full of grease. They're all rubbish. They all leak. So we're going to ignore him and try and get some proper seals made up for it. Right, fuel lines. We definitely want to change out all of these fuel lines. So we've had a few issues. This was all done in a bit of a rush. So we're going to replace all of these all the way back with proper AN line, and we're going to clip it all up nicely so it's nice and safe. Now, we did have this bit fall off, but that all looks like it's still structurally sound, which is good. Nice bit of plating lasting beautifully here. Good, good. Now, back end. That's all still in there. That's positive. Did have to weld that bit up. Does appear to be breaking there. Okay. Probably going to have to fix that. That's going to be the Cummins power that's doing that. I've left it in gear. That's really helpful. Now the front end doesn't feel quite so happy. That's that's a nice. That's probably what our sound is. Wheel bearings are still there. That's good. Ah, yeah, no, not a lot of brakes on the front, actually, looking at it. In fact, no, there's none, to be fair. So we're probably going to want some disc and pads on the front. I think we can stretch that. That's probably not helping the oil situation. Probably do that one up. Oh yeah. This is one of those ones that's vented on the outside. God, that's really nice. As you can see, the heater popes have... The heater popes? God be with you. the heater pipes have blown themselves off, if you will, a couple of times here. So probably going to change out those. They came with the heaters and they're a little bit cheap, so we'll get some nice silicone for that. And we're going to change a few fittings and stuff up here, but beyond that, probably give her a service because we'll have to take the sump off to reseal it. And that'll be about it, really. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the old girl once again. It's been a few months since you've seen her, and I'm now going to go away, order a load of bits so we can smash through our seemingly small list. Now, we went on our road trip at a similar time last year, but last year the car was missing an engine and a prop shaft and all sorts of bits. So much more relaxed this year. Still a few bits to do, but what I'm going to do is get the bits on order. Peter will come down. We'll then smash through our list and we'll get on the road to Norway. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next week.